Welcome
Back.
to the TAE Time Podcast. If you guys saw what's going on, so you guys don't know, since we've moved, we've been using Nicoletta's little
My
handy
old,
dandy
well,
new.
new,
It's new.
my new tripod.
Your friend gave it to you. Yeah, the new tripod, but it's not good for like this kind of like horizontal shooting. It's really more made for
Vertical,
and it is. And like putting it there, and it's just not that good. I need to get a new.
I had a
actual
whole light, like a whole light. What are they called? Ring light.
Ring light, or yeah,
All
yeah.
the ring
That's what
lights.
you.
We couldn't bring it though, obviously.
Yeah,
but
because it's massive.
Yeah.
And it was old, to be honest, and it was already like breaking apart a
it
little
was
bit.
amazing. It worked.
But
great.
it worked very well. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm being like, oh, it's old and broken apart, but it lasted well.
Yeah.
Like, Nicola had it even before we were doing the podcast, actually.
Yeah.
And it's been doing well. Honestly, you might just get things. I want to get one like it, but I want to get
small
one.
one, you know?
I want to get one that's portable.
Yeah.
Because that was the problem. It was too big
Yeah.
to bring, you know? So I
Yeah.
want one that like we can actually like bring and that will stand.
Yeah.
Because oh
Yeah.
my god, like this one was long and this one is not. Like I'm worried. I'm looking over, being like, will it stay? Won't it stay? You know, it might end up being like,
Will you see us on the floor or
you know,
diagonal
kind of thing.
or?
So yeah, but besides that, not too bad. Not too bad.
What's your weekly stand up?
I went to a new barber, as you can kind of see.
He's looking
Today.
fresh.
I'm not looking at it. I went to a new barber, found one on TikTok in our ends.
Oh my god, I didn't even know you found it on TikTok.
Yeah. I just went like for like looking for barbers in this area, and then boom. So went there, not too bad. It's just, I guess my little rant is like taper fades on big hair just don't work. Like, cause like Nicoletta says it doesn't last. It lasts like fucking
No, it
few
la-
minutes.
Oh,
Two, okay,
few
it
minutes.
lasts. Yeah, I'm sorry. It lasts 2 to 3 days, and that is all. You know, and it's just like for how much you pay, it's just not worth it.
I do
Like,
at home. I
Realistically,
learn.
what I should be doing is getting like a high like taper, because then that will last longer because it's
Yeah.
more hair to grow out. But the thing is, that doesn't work for me right now because you guys didn't
They
see
haven't
it.
seen
You guys didn't
it.
see it because we weren't recording. We were too busy with the move and everything. But I had cornrows in again, like stitch braids, and they were really good. I like those ones. And so because I'm doing stuff with my hair, I have to
Yeah.
keep it long
Yeah.
and keep the sides, like as in like I don't necessarily have to keep the sides. If I was doing 4, but I do 6, so I have to keep the sides like the length they are, and I can make them much longer than that. So yeah. So,
Fortunate.
but I do like this guy in the sense of he asked before he did anything. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing with this part? What are you doing with this? What are you doing with this?" Yeah, he asked me every time. He's like,
okay.
"Oh, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with the top of your hair? What are you doing with like, what do you do your mustache? What do you do your beard?"
No,
What
do you
do
know what this is?
Like-
This is one of your better haircuts.
Yeah, still nothing on my boy. You know who you are. And but yeah, so
It looks
it
good.
is. But what's your weekly stand up?
My weekly stand up is that it was your birthday.
No, it wasn't.
It's your
That's a
birthday.
lie. That's a lie. She's lying. It was not my birthday at all.
It was his birthday, and I took him out to dinner, and it was very nice.
The dinner was actually very nice indeed.
It was very nice. We had like such yummy food. We were really well taken care of.
Yeah.
Like the people working were constantly like coming up to us, checking in on us. They gave us like some freebies. They brought out like a little cake with a sparkler because I requested it, and it was honestly very nice. I really loved it. Would definitely go
Yeah,
back.
the place was very good. The place was actually very nice. So yeah, no, yeah, it was.
That's my weekly stand up.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be 27?
Feels the same as
You're
when I was
old.
26. I generally didn't feel the difference at all. So honestly, like I don't think I'm gonna feel any difference honestly for a very long time until I think the only difference will be like when I'm 30, and that's just because it's like, oh, I'm in a
30.
new range. I'm in a new age range right now. Honestly, 27 still feels the same as I'd say as the same as like 24. Like, did you get me? As in, like, I feel the same.
So your prefrontal cortex has not developed?
It developed well before that. But as in, like, I think me at 27 is pretty much me at 24. I think even me, I was going to say 23, but I was like, okay, maybe 21, 23 was a little bit different. Maybe I had a little bit more of a naive, young mindset. And I think it was only really when I was 24 that, like, I've been working for, like, what, a few years, nearly 4 years, and I was like, all right, yeah, get into the groove of being an adult and stuff. So I think that's when like I kind of like settled into being an adult. I think 24 is actually the age I settled into being an adult, and now it's just like, yeah, I've just been an adult for a hot minute now, kind
Yeah.
of thing, So
Yeah.
it doesn't really change much.
Yeah, I feel like I've been 27 for the past year anyway. Like, I forget I'm 26.
Yeah,
I'm still 26, guys.
yeah, she is.
I'm still young.
Not for long.
I'm still
Not
young.
for
Okay,
long.
anyway, on to the topic of today because apparently the last episode was a little boring.
Yeah, it was a life update, guys.
Haters, okay. Um so today I am coming to this episode with a little game called Red Flag, Green Flag. Do you like red light, green light? If you know, you know, if you watch Squid Games.
This
but
is
it's
dangerous.
Yeah, red flag, green
Am
flag.
I gonna get canceled?
And I don't have a lot, so we'll have to talk a lot about each one.
That's fine.
But anyway.
If you didn't notice, our episodes are now more digestible. Let me just kind of segue on this. Why? Because you guys are used to we used to be doing like 45, 50 minutes, right? But I've really tried to now keep it to 30 to 40 minutes because I realized, one, it's more digestible. Two, we don't have to, obviously, when we talk, we just talk and we just chat anyway.
Yeah.
But it also means that we can give you more quality instead of just having quantity for the sake of having quantity. And also, I've listened to a lot of podcasts recently, and I've seen even they've dropped. I'm just testing it out. Obviously, we're just testing it out. I've seen that they've dropped their times, and I think all you get mandems, besides you hardcore, you guys who listen to podcasts, everyone else who's just here, they're not sweats, the ones that are newbies, they're just here just for a little bit of quick in and out, like a little YouTube video. The way we watch YouTube videos for 30 minutes?
Exactly.
30 minutes of entertainment and get the fuck out.
Even longer sometimes, though.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, the game is called Red Flag, Green Flag. And because we're a relationship couple, obviously
We are a couple.
We're a couple.
Relationship couple. We are a couple. Yes, that is something we are.
Because we're in a relationship,
Yeah.
obviously these are relationship based, whatever. So
My parents watch this.
yeah, it's not like there's a few of them here, and we're gonna go through them, and we're gonna say if they're green flag or a red flag.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off with constant check-ins,
Red flag.
like multiple times a
Red
day
flag.
texting.
Red flag.
Why do you think it's a red flag?
Because why? I feel like this is something that can only be okay. And when I say okay, I mean not a red flag. Is when it's one of your first relationships, all right, and you are younger. Those are the only two times, right? Which both relate to you being young. Because realistically, if it's your first relationship and you're an adult, you should not be making this mistake. But when you're young, I can see why you'd make that mistake. But this constant checking in, it's giving insecurity.
Do you not think it's sweet and
No.
attentive?
It's giving insecurity. It's giving trust issues. Because why are you constantly feeling the need to check in on me? Why do you feel like you always have to be here, there, calling me, whatever, texting me, whatever. I'm actually not going to say it because who knows. I know some people who are in relationships who their partner will always FaceTime them, text them, whatever. And they think it's cute. It's not cute. Right?
But it's cute at the start.
Yeah, it's cute at the start, whatever, when you guys are in that phase when you're learning about each other, all that stuff. But after that, it's not cute because it's it feels like you can't breathe. It's you're constantly. And once again.
But the thing is, both people are taking part in it.
Which
is what makes it more okay.
It's kind of both of you are toxic, so it's okay because you're both toxic together, toxicity kind of thing. And once again, don't get me wrong, if you are a person that's always on their phone, always texting, always spamming, and you're both always texting, that is fine. That is fine. But if you are constantly, and I mean constantly, this person is there's a difference between just casual talking and discussing things and being checking in and calling in or FaceTiming, as in they're doing it because they want to know what you're doing.
Yeah, see, because this is where I had a bit of a dilemma, okay? Because we are people who, because when we didn't live together, we liked talking a lot, right? Yeah. At the start, it was more checking in, but later on, it was more oh, like, let's talk. But it was never while, say, you were in a social setting or I was in a personal social setting. And the thing is, like, say you have a friend who loves being on their phone and on calls with people while they're chilling with you, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, how is that any different to them talking to their significant other in front of you? And why is that acceptable because it's a friend versus like a significant other?
Which is a valid point.
You know, it's like, why are we accepting, you know, certain.
Yeah, which is a valid point. But I think if it's always a significant other and not other people, that's kind of weird.
But would you not say, like, I'd expect the friend to not be on their phone while they're with me? Like,
No, because some, like, I fully agree with you sometimes, but some people are just like that they're always on their phones anyway. And it's like, if they're able to be engaged with me, I don't care. If it removes them from being able to be engaged with me, that's when there's issue. Do you get me? Like, I have a friend who's always on their phone. Like, they're always on FaceTime with other people, whatever, even if we're together or whatever, or either. And I do it too, sometimes, you know? Like, sometimes, not as much. But, like, as long as I can give attention. Like, for example, I might be having a call with one of my friends, and Nicoletta will be here, and I'll be, like, I'll even chime in Nicoletta into the conversation sometimes or whatever. And, like, that's fine. You get me? You know? And it's not like when I'm only, like, for example, if I'm spending quality time with Nicolette, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know, but if we're just chilling or whatever, and it's like whatever, the same way I would like be playing my games and then casually talking to Nicolette, the same way I'd be talking to my friend and casually talking to Nicolette, kind of thing. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But the issue is like if it's constantly your significant other and it's like you have to talk to them instead of other people or whatever, or even maybe it's because like I think once again, more time, I think it can be possible, but more time it comes from a place of insecurity or like not trusting the person.
Do you think that sometimes, right, the topic of conversation matters in this context? So, say for example, I'm calling you to be like, what are you doing? Who are you with? What are you eating? Versus, not specifically,
Yeah.
but you get me, more that kind of a check-in versus like say, just calling to chat.
That's different.
But if I'm calling to chat 5 times a day versus calling to chat 5 times a day to check in, do you think it matters?
Yeah, because as I said, like sometimes, like a lot of the people who I know do this, they just do it as a guise of chatting, but they're not chatting.
Okay.
They're checking in without like checking in.
It's like, yes, I was trying on this dress.
Yeah,
What'd you
yeah.
think of it? So who are you with?
You know, kind of thing. It's like it's used as a guise.
Okay.
It's not actually
Okay.
the legitimate like, oh, I'm just chatting with you. It's
But
like,
you know, there's couples where they call their partner for everything.
yes.
And so it's genuinely like, what do you think of this? What should I do here? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Several times a day.
Like once again, all these things can be situational, right? But for me, the base answer is it is a red flag. And then the on a deeper level, if you ask me on a deeper level, is like it is a red flag depending on X Y Z Z Z Z Z L, you
Okay.
know, whatever, like, you know.
Interesting. So, what's your take on people who are constantly on like their phone with their significant other while they're chilling with you?
Nicola is trying to bait me out, being like, "Oh, that's you."
No.
It's you.
No, I'm talking about other people.
Okay. I think it depends. Like
Do you
when
find it annoying?
huh?
Do you find it annoying?
Yeah, I do find it annoying. Like it depends on what kind of chilling we're doing, though. Like once again, I'll be the first to put my hand up that for the longest time it was actually Nicoletta was a perpetrator of this within our relationship. She was always like.
Oh, you liked talking to me. The fuck?
She was always while we were chilling together. We were chilling together. She's like on her phone. All right, she's always on her phone. And then
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant talking
no,
to you.
yeah, no. And then
'Cause I
and
was
then-
doing that.
Yeah, she was doing that. And then I called her out on it, right? I
Yeah.
called her out on this many times, being like, Nicola,
Guilty.
you're always on your phone. You're always on your phone when we're together, right? But then I, in recent years, I've become more of a phone user too myself. Now,
Do you know when they
like,
tell you pick up your partner's
Yes.
negative habits?
absolutely. I have picked up Nicoletta's negative habit of always being on my phone. I don't know when it happened, what time in our relationship that transition happened, but I picked it up from Nicoletta of just being on my phone. And so now then I started doing
I'm
it.
literally never on my phone now.
She picked up my positive
I'm
habit.
never on my phone.
She swapped. We swapped. I picked up her habit and she picked up mine. I wish I never picked her up with her habit and I kept with mine. But we swapped. And now when we chill, I'll be on my phone. But I do try to be like, if I am spending quality time with Nicola, I won't use my phone. I'll put my phone away.
Right.
Do you get me? Like, I'll just let the group chats fucking ping. I'll let whatever happen. I'll let the whole world fucking go on fire. But if we're just casually chilling, I will still on my phone or
Yeah.
whatever. So-
But no, I think my question was, what do you think of people who do this around you, not yourself?
oh, I don't really care.
Like, are you like why?
really care.
Like, do you call it out? Do you be like, why are you?
I don't really. I'm like, guys. I'm Nigerian. Nigerians love to be on their phone. Nigerian men. A lot of my friends are Nigerian men. They love being on their phones, whether it's for their babes, whether it's for their boys. They're always on their phones. So I'm honestly used to it. It's really not that deep. It's really not that deep to me. I think I'm used to it. You know.
Yeah. I find it quite annoying actually
Yeah.
if people are constantly even on their phones, not even talking to their significant other. If you're chilling with me, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Unless we're having like if you're staying over at my house, like at some point we will be on our phones. Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
It's not like we can constantly be chatting. But like if we're having a conversation about something, and you're now pulling up your phone to, I don't know, whatever. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, I hear it. I do consciously try to not do that sometimes. Like when I'm with like friends, like when I'm with my own friends, I try to like not go on my phone and do stuff, but I still kind of do a little bit, like obviously. But like when I'm with like my like Nigerian friends, I'm like, just let it rip because we're all doing the same thing.
Anyways, I value quality time. So
buddy.
technology is not a quality time. So for this one, I will also say
Red flag.
red flag. Yeah, constant checking throughout the day is a red flag.
Yeah.
Ding, red flag. There should be like a big like red flag here. Okay.
I'm not editing that.
No,
in.
you're not.
I'll have you guys know this episode's coming out about 4 or 5 hours before it's meant to be honest. I am not editing that.
Okay. Next one. Doesn't introduce you to friends or family.
Yes, it is a red flag
Why?
because they should be introducing you to your friends and family. Please expatiate on this point. I know.
No, I just think it's interesting. No, do you know what? You know who you are if you're listening. I know somebody who's been in a relationship with someone who was very keen on keeping their relationship with others separate to their own personal relationships. Okay? So they never met each other's friends, families, nothing for a whole year. And in a way, like when you think about it, it's like, okay, like you want to keep it separate, but it's like forever. Like, how long am I
Gonna
never gonna meet your family and friends? Because
I think it
obviously,
makes sense at the start though.
Yeah. Like you don't want to.
Especially, I think that year is actually makes sense in the sense of like, you don't want to introduce someone into your life, especially as an adult, when like you don't want it to look like it's a cycle of constant people. You want to introduce a person that you feel like is going to be the person.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think a year is really pushing it. Like,
I think a year is fine.
I think 6 months. Like, if you're serious, if you're
6 months to a year.
Yeah, if you're like, hey, like let's seriously date. From that moment on, not from before you're talking or whatever. That doesn't count. I wouldn't count that. But from when you decide to be in a committed relationship with someone.
Okay.
Like.
So even if you were like in a 6 months talking situationship.
Like,
whatever,
if it's not something serious, then like, why are you introducing them to friends anyway?
I can hear. Okay,
You know?
sorry. Continue.
Yeah. So, but if you're like, yes, we are together, and you're not introducing for a whole year, hey, no, it's a no for me.
Yeah.
I think it's 100% a red flag. I think your partner should be introduced to your family, especially like, and friends. Actually, I think friends is even easier to introduce them to. You know, family feels that next level of like,
Yeah,
this is
I'm
the person
definitely
I'm gonna
waiting. I'm
marry.
definitely waiting a year or more for
Really?
for my family.
Okay,
Absolutely.
why is that?
Like the friends thing, I was like, okay, yeah, but the family, absolutely. I do not want a revolving door of women going into my freaking family to
Jump
meet
scare.
them. That's crazy. Come on.
Yeah.
Like I only want it to be like the person that I'm like, I think this is gonna be the person I'm going to spend a lot of time with because I really love them. You know, not just because I love them. You know, it's like I'm like, yeah, come and meet my family.
Yeah.
You know, I really want you to join in. That's why I'll bring you. You know, like I also like, you know, like I want Also, I don't want it to be like, because eventually people get fatigued. Let me not lie. Like my parents will get fatigued of like constantly seeing these different girls, and eventually, like you might be the most amazing girl, you're going to be the love of my life, but unfortunately, they're fatigued. They're like, oh, like the first meeting, they're like, oh, it's just like they can never give that same effort,
Energy, yeah.
energy. After like it's 100th, like the 10th time, it's like, oh hi, it's like hi.
Another one.
Are you going to be here long? Are you going to stay?
How
Are you
long
going
are
to
you gonna
go?
be
How
here?
long are you here for? Yeah, short
Do you
time.
know, it's interesting. So this kind of, it's a little bit unrelated, right? But say, um, do you know inviting a plus one to a wedding, right? That you just started dating, and how obviously a lot of people in their weddings don't want to be inviting these people that they don't know or
Yeah.
haven't been in their lives for like a long time, whatever. So it's like, we've been together for a few months, like, and you're like, like I don't really want someone like that at my wedding,
Well, it really
whatever, or
depends on who the person is that's coming to your wedding, because in the sense of like, if they are going to be in the close photos,
that's
okay,
that's what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean.
yeah. If it's
It's
like
not like someone like a friend, no.
yeah, like because if a
But
friend brings a random, it
if they
doesn't
get a
matter.
plus one, they get a plus one. Bring whoever you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, but if
Yeah,
it's like
if
a
it's like a close
close,
whatever.
yeah.
So then I read somewhere that it's like, what's the difference between me bringing someone that I'd be dating for 3 months versus someone who's been in a relationship for like 3 years, but they might separate anyway.
That is very true point. It is a true point, but the difference is even though you and Jack have been together for 5 years and you might separate the day after my wedding, at least we're still like, hey yo, remember Jack? All the 5 years worth of memories we have with him? Yeah, that's pretty cool, Not like, oh yeah, remember Christina? We met her like one time and she's
At
in
the
our
wedding.
she's in our family photos.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck gives a shit
I
about her?
agree, I agree. I actually, and I brought this up because I don't really like the argument, because I feel like you said, it's not, you're making 3 years sound like 3 months. Like it's not. We've known this person. We've done things together. We know each
Even
other.
if we don't like Jack anymore,
Exactly.
we like the memory we
Exactly.
had of
Of
Jack.
Jack in the past.
you know?
I completely agree. I completely agree. Yeah, how early would you introduce like a significant other to your friends?
To my friends, honestly, with guys, I think it's really easy. Like to be honest, I think girls is a little bit harder. For guys, I think it's a little easy because they're like, whether it's she's there for like a week, she's there for a year, it's the same thing, Like it doesn't really matter. They're like, yeah, like because your man and them are gonna treat her like good regardless. They're gonna be like, yeah, they'll gas you off, they'll do whatever, and then she might just happen to stay. It might just
Yeah.
be, it might be a shorty for a week, it might be a shorty for 10 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
So like I think it's calm. I think for your friends, especially when it comes to guys, as I said, it's very easy to just whatever. Obviously, for girls, I know you guys are a little bit more hesitant because like you guys maybe don't want to make your friends feel like, oh my god, Nicola's constantly always having different boys in her life, or whatever,
But not
Yeah.
even just that, but also I think because, us as, I think, girls and a group of girlfriends, we care what our friends kind of think of
Yeah.
our significant others. So if it's like you said, like someone that's not deep, if they want to come to like, I don't know, we're going all on a night out and they want to bring him, it doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
fine. We'll just be friendly. But obviously, if you're introducing your significant other, you're going to care a bit about what your friends think
Yeah.
of them. So it's like, let me just wait a little bit until I'm.
Yeah, I think guys care as well, but like obviously initially I don't think it's like I think it's more like I think guys are as long as she doesn't seem like a bad person to you. Like I think guys, it's more like we see as time goes on, and then we tell you. Like we don't take it at first impression. We're like, okay, she's like, oh, man, your shorty's a little bit crazy. Sometimes she'd be doing like, but that's after we've seen you guys fight a lot or something
Yeah.
or something. I think it's over time that we give you the input
That's
versus like
true.
at the start.
Because even at the start, you give people benefit of the doubt anyway.
Yeah,
So it's not like
exactly.
you'll be like,
Yeah.
unless he's clapped. But I'm not going to say that anyway.
Yeah.
So it
Obviously,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's one thing for guys. You want the most important thing for that first thing is for them to think your girl looks good. Just
Wait,
like,
hold on.
It's like-
how is this subject approached in a male friendship? Is it approached or is it just like,
it's the look of approval. Like you get the look of approval. Like you did well there,
Really?
but you did well.
really?
You did good. You did
do
good.
you guys ask each other,
Or-
oh, do you think my girlfriend is good looking?
No, you don't need to ask. If you have to ask, the answer is no. The answer is no. Because if she's
Interesting.
good, the guys will tell you.
Yeah.
They'll tell you. Guys will tell you. Guys will tell
Really?
each other if your girl is
I
good.
don't think so.
Guys
Would
tell
you?
each other. Yes.
I can't. Like I'm saying because I could never hear from your mouth be like your girlfriend's so ugly.
No, that's what I'm saying. We will never tell you if she's bad. We'll
Yeah.
tell you. We'll only tell you if she's good. So if you hear nothing, that's a bad sign.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. So it's like the boys would be like, yeah, she's laying. And it's like,
As
yeah,
long as you're happy,
it's
bro.
like, and then like afterwards, it's like being like, yeah. It's like because like it's like you give them the smile and they're like, yeah, we know you did well, kind of thing, But whereas if it's like crickets, and you're like, well, boys, what you think? As long as you're happy, bro.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Men are disgusting.
Whoa. What we get hit for?
Cause like, why does it matter what a woman looks like? If as long as
You're happy.
yeah, if they make your
As long as you're
friend
happy.
that's all that matters.
Yeah, as long as you're happy, bro. That's what we're saying.
I would never. But the thing is, I don't even think girls care what the other girls think about
Because
looks.
most girls bring clapped men to their friend groups. You guys shoot down.
That's not true.
You guys shoot down. So yeah.
That's not true.
No, you guys have no
It's like
choice.
if the
Because
question-
guys punch up,
It's
So
like if the question is, are you better looking than him? Yes, you are.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about it.
No, I don't know.
Because if he's better looking than you, your girlfriends will let you know. They'll be like, "Oh my God, girl, he's so gorge, so amazing."
I don't think so.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't think so. I don't think
I don't
it's
trust-
just too uncomfy.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
So anyway, for this question,
Red flag.
I will say green flag if it's in the first 3 months. It's a green flag to not just
No,
constantly introduce-
no scapegoating. You have to give an overall flag vote,
Okay,
buddy.
red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag. It's a red flag. Next one. Wants to move in together quickly.
What? Red flag.
Really?
Wait. How old are you and what age? And how long are we talking
Let's
about?
just take it our age.
Okay, our age. How long?
Well, they said move in quickly, right? So I'd assume a couple months. Let's say a couple months.
Get that. That's red as hell.
Do you think so?
Way too much.
Really?
At my big age? That's crazy. Maybe if I was like 34,
Interesting.
maybe like 6 months to a year, okay. Maybe because I'm like, it's like, we're 34.
That's so interesting.
But
That's so
at
interesting to me.
27, a few months, you want to be with me?
I don't necessarily think it's a red flag.
Give me my space, bro.
It's not.
Do you want to breathe in my air too?
Here's the thing. I want to be living in your skin.
Yeah, get the hell away from me. Like, what the hell? No, that's right. That's
Anyway.
such a cringe. No.
Here's the thing, right? If, like I said, you've been talking, and then you've decided, I want to be in a committed relationship with you,
Yeah.
right? After like a few months, and this
Say
isn't
6
like
months.
6 months, if you want to move in together, I don't think that's a red flag.
I think it's a red flag.
I don't think so. Because it's not like I'm demanding to move in with you, right? But I'm saying like, oh, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm 26 years old. Damn. I don't want to be like wasting my time with someone that I don't know if I'm fully compatible with. And the best way to learn like someone or whatever about them is by moving in together. Now, firstly, I think I would suggest traveling together first.
Yes,
or,
there's so many other options.
There's a lot of options, right? But like say, for example,
Staying the night for periods of time.
yeah, that too.
A week.
But then say like, I don't know, I guess this is more like, oh, if it just so happened that I'm looking for a new place and you happen to look for a new place, I don't think there's anything wrong with moving in together.
If it's timely.
But like say it isn't, because that's obviously different.
Yeah, that's rare.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it if we have traveled together, if I've stayed over at your house, and if I feel like ready.
I think the real answer is if you feel like you're madly in love and you're in love with this person, you really want them in your life in the future, technically it's never too early, because you're either going to be like, yeah, I chose right, or you're going to get a rude awakening very quickly. And thank God you got that good rude
Out of the
awakening
way
very
quick.
quickly. Out of the way quickly. It's like, get the fuck out of my life. Get
Yeah.
out of my house. But in most scenarios, not outside of that, I think it's a red flag. Like, why do you want to move in with me so quickly? Maybe I'm just afraid of commitment.
Yeah, because why?
I wouldn't put it past me, guys. I wouldn't put it past me. But
Self-aware king.
but I know. I feel like it's choking. Like once again, I'm a terrible person. Like because my brother asked me a question like this similar before. It's like, oh, like how long do you think like you need to be dating someone or whatever, or in this talking stage before you like can't get serious? And I was just thinking about like
Forever.
even me and my big, even me and my big age right now, right? I'm my big age right now, 27, new 27, turned 27 this week.
Fresh.
Let's say Nicolette and I, Donzo, I was in the dating scene. Or let's say I end up like talking to a girl and for some crazy reason I decided to like take her seriously and become my girlfriend. That girl I could never, even no matter how much I liked her, I don't think I could even consider engagement with her for another like 3-4 years.
But then what?
At my big age.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
I need to really.
If she's also at her big age, she might need to move things quickly. If she
No,
wants
that's what I'm talking about.
family
No,
and stuff,
I'm saying exact. Oh God, we're not talking about some young one, not ill. No, we're talking about some
Yeah,
my
like
age.
who are you looking
No,
for?
another girl, 27, just like myself. I'm gonna tell her out the bat, yo, I need to really flesh this out because once again, I'm someone who really believes before you should get engaged, because I see engagement as commitment to marriage automatically. Like I'm just like, you're not just getting engagement willy-nilly for no reason, right? Like that ring ain't cheap. Like you're saying I'm marrying you, end of story, full stop, right? So before you marry someone, that's what I'm gonna say, because as I said, engagement to me is marriage, same thing. Before you marry someone, I feel like I really gotta know that person. For Nicolette, I felt like I really need to know her inside and out, and then I really had to then simmer on her personality within myself and be like, can I deal with this for the rest of my life? And then simmer on that some more, simmer that some more, see some more parts, then add those into the equation, into the pot of ingredients, simmer it some more, simmer it some more. Oh, more things show up, add it to the pot, simmer it some more, simmer it some more. I'm that type of person. I really need to simmer on it for a long time before I make my decision, right? And that's because I don't want to make a bad decision. And that's just how I am, right?
Afraid of commitment.
Yeah, call it afraid of commitment. I'm fine with that, right? Afraid of commitment. So I really need to simmer on it. Even at my big age, I would still have to simmer on it. Maybe I'll shorten it instead of 10 years, maybe make it like 4 years, 3-4 years.
Would you move in before engagement or after?
Before, absolutely.
Do you think it's important to move in with someone before?
Oh, absolutely. I do
marriage?
believe. I think it's fine. Obviously, religious reasons, if you have that, that's on you. You know, like you already decided to do a lot of things
That's your problem.
after marriage, right? So that's fine. But like non-religious reasons, bro, after a year, start considering moving together. Because the thing is, I would like the way I see timeline wise is date for a year, move in for a year. As in, at least that way you waste maximum 2 years on that person. Maximum you're wasting on that person is 2 years, because you will see the ins and out of both dating and then see them on a whole new perspective when you're living together. Do that in 2 years, you can kick them out of the curb. Maybe in a year and a half if you're lucky. Cut your leash short. Because you realize I don't like you that much, especially when it comes to living with you. So I truly do believe 2 years maximum. And then after that, you do another year or two of the simmering process to really take in what you've learned over the last 2 years, maybe take in some new inputs for the third year, maybe the fourth year if they get a 4th year contract. And then from there, you're like, okay, 4-year contract's done. Let's stamp you with a permanent contract. Let's go. I think 4 to 5 years is honestly, like the 4 or 5 year mark is when you should then get engaged, based off Farouk's mathematical timeline.
Oh my gosh. It's literally hilarious to me because, like you said, say we just stopped dating.
Technically, by the way, I did that when I taught Arif when we were old enough to actually be in an adult relationship. So technically, I did that. My math just saying, and it worked out for me somewhat. We'll see for now.
If we weren't together anymore, I'd be scrambling. I'm like, I need. I'd be even happy to be someone's baby mama because I want kids.
That's crazy.
I want
baby
children.
mama is crazy.
I want children.
Did your mother raise you like that?
She'd be severely disappointed.
Yeah, severely disappointed.
But
the only thing keeping her from whooping your ass is that child.
Yeah, because my mom's been ready for grandchildren, so I don't think it matters how they.
You can take that child to my parents too.
It won't be theirs.
I know, but they'll love it anyway.
Because Brooke's like,
and they need
there's
something.
no grandbabies coming your
after
way.
this, you're not getting grandkids. But after, there's no grandkids, so you better as well adopt that baby as your grandchild.
That's as close as you're gonna get.
That's the closest you're gonna get. It's the closest that you're getting.
No, but
Unless you want to wait for boss or Bassi. Just that's that. That's the closest you're getting from me anyway.
so dumb. No, but like I said, I'm aware of my age. Do you get me? So like
But once again, like it's just the thing of life. Like let's be honest. Like if I leave you, I'm a bachelor. I'm a bachelor. Like
no, you're in a good position.
I'm in a very good position if I leave.
You're in a good position. I'm not.
Guys, in the market, I'll be swamped. They'll be swamping me.
He's like, it's time in the market.
They're like, wait, a man with only one body? He's not out here. He hasn't been hoeing around for the last 7 years of his
gem.
life. He works. He's a
diamond
professional.
of the season.
I don't have to be even the best looking guy, guys. I just have to hit the criteria, which I hit. I have a job and I have no like baggage and no baby mama chasing me. I am a gold mine. I will be swarmed.
Look at him gassing himself up. You have no shame.
No, I think you don't understand. What I'm saying is the bar is on the fucking floor. It's in hell. So I am chilling in a penthouse in comparison. That is the point.
And I'm just there.
Yeah, you're struggling out in them streets.
Yeah.
I've been looking out there. I've been seeing them in my age. You're struggling. Each of them has at least 2 child minimum from 2 different women.
Yeah, it's like I said, for me at this current point in time, moving in quickly, green flag. Let's be getting over it quickly. Let's find out quickly.
I still think it's a red flag, by the way, guys. Don't get it twisted.
I don't. I think if you're 22, yeah, it's a red flag. It's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
I think I'm gonna say from
I think
26, 27 onwards.
I think the only age where it's okay is between the ages of like 30 to 35.
No.
Because, okay, there, maybe you guys want to lock in and settle in and have kids. After that, it's too late for you. Just live your life like a normal relationship because even at 40, why are you trying to rush things? It's too late. You either already have your own kids anyway at 40.
That's
I'd
the
hope
thing.
to God.
It's
So,
like,
then you can do normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's
no
the thing.
rush.
I think
If anything, at 40, you should go even slower. Past 40, you should be going even slower. Let me not lie.
Yeah, you should be
'Cause,
living by yourself. Like
because you don't want to introduce these people to whatever kids you already preemptively have, like out of nowhere,
I agree. I think I think if you're looking for children, I think it's a green flag. Like if that's what you want from life.
only between 30 and 35.
Green flag. No, from my age, red.
But overall, red flag, personally.
Green flag for me. Okay, that's that one. On to the next one. Not willing to share location with you.
I think that is a green flag. Personally, let me explain myself. I do not share my location because I don't want anybody tracking me. Our phones track us enough. This is coming from a tech guy. Our phones track us enough. Let alone, all it takes is someone hacks, boom, they have my location now too. Remember when Snapchat was doing that stupid thing on Snap Plus? It actually still has it, where essentially you can like track anybody? That's fucking insane. I do not want that.
Yeah, but like I think you can have location on for specific
But once again,
people.
let me asterisk, as I said. All right. And also, I'm a grown ass man. Let's be honest. I don't need to be tracked. If something happens to me, it happens to me. End of story. I don't need to be worried. It's either I win my battle or I lose. There's nothing. Whereas, okay, now Nicoletta's just a girl. Just a girl. Like protection, everything like that, safety, all that.
From other men.
A lot, exactly. For much harder for women. So I believe like you guys sharing your location makes so much sense, right? For safety. For me, if someone gets me, I'm probably dead.
Do you know one time I was in an Uber and Uber has that share your live location from the Uber, and I was so scared because this guy was going off script. Okay, he
was using all the different roads.
He stopped. First of all, he's like, "Are you okay if we stop at a gas station?"
That's
and I was
fine,
like,
yeah,
okay. And then he did that, and I was like, okay, this is kind of scary, but like, okay, fuel's needed. And then he went off script. He just took different roads, and I was like, that's why he fueled up to take me to God knows fucking where. He needed all the fuel to get me to a different country.
We laugh, but honestly, like. It's a lot scary for women, absolutely. So I do believe like sharing location as a woman makes sense, right? As a man, I really don't think you need to share your location.
Disagree.
I really don't think.
And I think it's a red flag if you don't want to share your location.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like, why do you not want to? Like you're going over to like, I don't want to share it.
I don't want anybody tracking me. anybody.
Your phone's tracking you already, buddy.
No, unlike everybody else, I have all my settings like pretty much off.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have out my ass not to trap. I also the only time I allow
There's
an
a
app to
GPS
trap.
on your phone, like
Yeah, no,
it
no,
knows
no.
where you are.
Yeah, but still, I put everything as minimum as possible as a need to know basis. That is how I do it.
I think because I know men, if they don't want to share their location, they're a red flag.
Oh,
The thing,
really?
yeah, the thing with Farouk though is that we're always together. So, to be honest, like where's he going? And at this point in my life, I'm like, go. You get me? Like, okay, go. Okay, go.
I would like to think it's because I'm very paranoid about all these things.
No, that's actually
Tech.
that's not it.
I hate
I think I
being
genuinely.
tracked.
I'm
Being tracked.
like
I
I
hate
said,
being tracked.
I'm like I literally like. First of all, I trust you to be wherever the fuck you are. But then if you go off script, it's like, okay, go. Okay, are you coming home? When are you coming home? Should I make you food?
Lol. Lol.
But I do think it's a red flag. Yeah, I think if you don't want to share it, it's a red flag.
I don't think it's a red flag, guys.
I do. I think
it's double green flag if you help them not share their location. Double green flag. Double green flag. Double green flag. But as I said,
do you know,
for women it is
like,
a little
say,
bit different.
Say what if like your husband like is always now after work because he goes to the office. He's now always gone waffling about for like 2 to 3 hours, always late.
Okay.
And it's like, you're like,
Ask him where you
share your
at,
location with
and then he's like, oh this, and then you're like, oh really? Is that lying? No, you're lying to me. Then
I'm showing up at work.
and then eventually you fact
I'm
check
following
it,
him.
do whatever. Like if a girl really wants to, she will.
She'll
You
find
don't
out.
need to give her your
She'll find
location.
out. I don't need your
She'll
location.
find exactly. She like
You
that's
know
what I'm
you?
saying.
Yeah.
Like they don't need your location. If they really want to, they would. So
I'll be there with my cab.
you don't need to give them your location. Eventually, if you're going around to your baby mama's house, like on the side, they'll find you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So if anything, like just be like, yeah, it is whatever. You don't need to give her a location. Anyway, as I said, I don't think anybody should give anyone a location, personally, unless like it's like parents looking after their kids, and at up until a certain age. After that age, I'm not tracking no one's location.
Oh,
once again.
like
like
But you can have like an AirTag.
no,
AirTag
like you can
pop-
track their devices and stuff, like
That too.
add this to part of your Find My or whatever if you use an iPhone, or you can use that.
Well, I
Android
don't
as
want my
well.
kids to have one, so
But,
I don't want my like children to have.
yeah, no, but there's lots of things you can do anyways. What I'm saying is
Like
like
an AirTag.
to track them, and then after a certain age, just you don't want to track them anymore. Like like I don't think you should. And as I said, like the safety thing of like, let's say my daughter or my wife or whatever, like especially like for women, like they want to like send me their location or give me their location and be like, and give me a heads up. That's perfectly fine, but I'm not gonna be asking like, oh, please give me your location. It's like, oh, if you feel whatever, let me know. I'll check it. Like it, like what is it? I have Nicola's location. I even forget half the time. It's only when like she's like, oh, that's when I'll start like looking at it, right? Besides that, I literally don't care. Don't care.
Anyway, I think it's a red flag.
Yeah, green
It's not
flag.
that deep. It's not that deep for me. Share it. Anyway, on to the next one. Talks badly about their ex.
I think that is a red flag because it speaks more on you than it speaks on them.
Isn't that more of an honesty and transparency?
No, because like it's in the past. Why are you talking about it so much? Like unless like they did something really bad to you and like maybe you're talking about that, okay, that's fine. But if you're always talking about your ex and you're like, oh my god, like, well, why did you choose that person? You have bad choice of character. You have bad judgment.
Yeah.
You clearly don't use good judgment. So that's on you. If anything, I should leave because I don't know, it's rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah, it
But-
depends. Cause like talks badly. Like, if that person was really like bad to you, yeah, you're gonna talk. Not even badly, but you're gonna say exactly what happened to you.
Yeah, I think you
You get
tell the
me?
story once and then it's done.
Yeah, it's not like constant like.
Like, why are you
Oh, my
constantly
ex did
saying?
X. So then, in that same realm, like, how about someone who's like always comparing you to their ex?
That's a absolutely red flag.
flag.
Run away. Like right now. Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
I agree.
Imagine. Compare me to who? There's only one of me, buddy.
I think this, yeah, talks about their ex.
I think that's a very
Like-
straightforward one.
It's hard because it's like talks badly like what once, okay, green flag, like say it as it is.
Yeah.
Talks badly about their ex constantly,
Oh my God, shut up.
red flag. Nobody cares about your ex.
Like no one
stop
cares.
it.
The
Stop
focus on this
it.
relationship. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So red flag. And then the last one, that was so quick. The last one that we have here has different financial priorities.
Runaway red flag right now. I don't even need to. I have talked about this 100 times. I don't even need to go into detail. There's a few things in this life you cannot do when it comes to relationships, and the biggest thing that will kill your relationship, besides love, anything else, physical, anything else, is finances. Finances will either ruin you or ruin both of you. You cannot do it. No, no, no.
Period.
You cannot be with someone who has a different financial opinion for you than you, because that is how you will fail in life, and they will either bring you down or you will both go down together.
Yeah.
You know, you either go down to their level or you both go down together.
But you know what my thing as well is, how I kind of looked at the question? Maybe it's like, I'm not great with money, okay? And I want my partner to be good with money so I can learn from him.
That's different.
So automatically, I'm looking for someone who has different financial priorities than me.
That's not the same, because you're like, oh, I'm not that good with money.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to be better.
Yeah.
I assume you're working on it yourself,
Yeah.
but maybe you can have someone that will help you,
Yeah.
right? That's different from someone who intrinsically has a different financial
Okay.
mindset from you. As in, I want to save, I want to build wealth, I want to do everything. You're like, let's ball every weekend. Get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah.
You are a black hole.
Yeah.
I do not want you in my life. Get the hell out of here. You cannot, like, someone who wants to grow wealth and someone who wants to spend wealth are two people who should never be together. The only way that works is if you are a sugar daddy and she is a little sugar baby. There is no way. Like, all those grown-ass men with young girls, they can do it because they are well-established and they have the money to sustain this girl's life. You, as a person in your 20s and your 30s, keep those women away from you. Keep those men away from you. Keep anybody who is trying to siphon your wealth away from you.
I agree. I do think it's a red flag. Because usually when it's like different financial priorities, it's very different.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
it's
never
not
like a slight difference.
Oh, you want to save more than I do. But,
Yeah.
well, like that could be too. Like if you're extremely like money conscious and you don't want to buy
No,
like
and once again-
you like say you only want to have one fork, one knife, one spoon in the house, and I want to have a set of 4.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
No.
I can
Like,
live
once
with
again,
that.
that is also
Yeah.
an intrinsic financial difference, because it's not about
Yeah.
like, oh, someone wants to spend, someone wants to save. It's about
Yeah.
being on the same page financially.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. If you're not on the same page financially or willing to at least compromise
Yeah.
somewhere in the middle, you guys will never succeed as a relationship. It's not
I
possible.
agree. And the thing is, like, the person who wants the whole set of cutlery will end up feeling really like their needs are not being taken
Yeah.
care of long term. So it's just not worth it. Like,
No.
It's just not worth it. Red flag.
Red flag.
Reddest of the flags.
Reddest,
so,
red.
that's all I had for you today.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Hope you enjoyed
I
Red
think
Flag.
this
green
was a very
flag.
good episode. Shout out to Nicoletta for doing it. I was busy running around trying to get my hair cut. And we hope you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. TAE Time is back and better than ever. And we'll keep bringing you these bangers back to back every week. Every Saturday, same time, consistently. Again, no break. Until the next break is needed. Until, you never know. Like Nicola might pop out a kid.
In a few years,
know,
and
and then
then
you're
maybe
gonna-
one day you'll just have a baby.
Yeah, baby, you're like talking on the podcast mic too. So, like you guys gotta be ready for all these little things that happen. Because, like the podcast is fun, but we still have our own lives to live.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. We don't want to just sit here waiting for the next episode, and doing nothing in between. We gotta put foot on the table, we gotta live. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it was pretty fun.
It was fun.
I had
It
fun
was
time.
fun.
I will literally be going straight to edit this, pop it in, make sure it's ready for you guys immediately.
Till next time, guys.
Peace.